Dear all audience around the world, parents, educators, and students, welcome to the Real Talk Show with experts hosted by Coach Shyama H. Marikar, academician and international speaker. I'm academician Professor Dr. Shpresa Delia from Albania, Senior Education Officer at Elegant Empire Education. I'm an international speaker, trainer, ambassador of wellness. Welcome again to our education and life journey, style journey towards 2030. This forum is powered by Elegant Empire Education Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life to their potential, which ignites curiosity, enriches personal, as it curates a diverse range of online summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive and supportive environment, and by harvesting the power of technology and innovation. And through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning global community. We strictly follow the slogan, quality education for all. Now the floor is given to the coach, Shyama Marikar, academician and international speaker. The floor is yours, Coach Shyama Marikar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Spresha. Nice to have you again, this forum, and to see you and hear your sweet voice. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever the part of the world you are. Thank you for joining with us. This is Coach Shyama Marikar from Oman. I'm a teacher, trainer, and NLP master practitioner. And I also work as an education officer at Elegant Empire Education, Malaysia. Once again, welcome all the amazing panelists here and all the global audience and our education forum members. Now, today we are going to talk about a different topic, but it is very useful topic, I feel. Because as the slogan of our Elegant Empire Education says, quality education for all, right? We want quality education. So we cannot access to quality education in everywhere. Sometimes students have to travel. They have to move to a different country, a different state, maybe even the same country. So they have to travel, they have to move, they have to experience an entirely different environment. All these for quality education, right? The basic need of a citizen, we can say. So once they go to a new place, they struggle a lot. And we know because it's not only the homesick and the home they miss, but adapting to a new environment is challenging. So let's talk about today how these international students, they face these challenges and what they go through this, how we can help them. Let's talk about it. To talk about this in depth, we have today our first panelist, Dr. Savitra Mishra, all the way from India. She is an educationist. She is a teacher. She has been teaching for more than 20 years. And she's also teaching for a college, college students. So she has a college, she's a principal of a college in India. And she is also have many experience like research, writing, and she is an award-winning celebrity. So a leading educationist is with us today to talk about the topic. For you, ma'am, welcome. Welcome again to the forum, Dr. Savitra. How are you doing today?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. It's a wonderful introduction, and I'm very nice feeling to connect at this platform So like it's a very wonderful topic and very important topic. So, first of all, I congratulate Professor Esther Mada for initiating such a wonderful program, wonderful platform at the international level, because that I must congratulate to selecting this slogan that quality education for all. And all of we know that it is much needed. Like not like a boundary. It should be go beyond the boundary, because when we talk about the students, we face the similar problem in each and every corner of our world. So it's a very wonderful topic, and I hope
A
should
question for
I
you, ma'am.
start?
Yeah, yes. So your
Yeah.
question for you
Yeah.
today is, what is the history of International Students' Day? Can you please give your thought on this?
Yes. All of you know that we celebrate this International Students' Day on 17th November. And 17th, why we celebrate to this on 17th November? Because all of you have must heard that on 17th November, thousands of almost 1,200 students were killed when they are protesting against the occupation in their country, because they are fighting for their right of education. And all of you know that education is the basic right for each and every student, each and every human being. And in 1939, so that time, because it is a day of celebration, it is a special day. It reminds us for the bravery and sacrifice that inspired students all over the world. And it happened during the World War II. So in Prague University in 1939, and thousands of students, more than 1,000 of students were present, and they have closed the university, they have killed, they have tortured the students. And so that we celebrate for the honor of those students who have raised the voice, raised the awareness about the right of the students all over the world. Because as Coach Syama has rightly said, that it is a very challenging to become an international student, because when a student move from one country to another country, that is the for quality education, that is the increase the their daily livelihood, their status, and they sacrificed a lot. They sacrificed their family. They are they are from comfort zone, and it's very challenging for students to become an international student, because they sometimes they face the language problem, cultural problem, and the financial difficulties is also there. So it is a day of celebration of unity in diversity. And it was first celebrated in 1941 in London during the height of World War II. And that time the students fight for the right to education and freedom, and their sacrifice sparked a movement that led to the creation of International Students Day. So it is a day to celebrate the diversity and unity of students worldwide, and to stand up for their rights. So this is all about the history of the celebrating International Students Day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saritra, for that a comprehensive report on which year and which these things made the significance of this day, right? So there's a history behind everything. There's a
Yes.
purpose. So they have achieved that. So we have to, there's a point in remembering that and marking that day. Thank you very much for your beautiful view on that. Now with this, let me move on to our second panelist, right? Are you ready? Jeannie Rapston.
So
yes.
You want me to address that same question, or the one that's on?
No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me introduce yourself first, and then yes, our second panelist. She is all the way from USA, and my dear friend also. I'm very happy to introduce her, Miss Jenny Rapsted. She's an award-winning international speaker, writer, entrepreneur, and she is also a bunch of talent, I must say. There's many things to say about it. She's a working actress, comedian, and a coach, and she worked as a adjunct lecturer at Purdue University and also at Indiana University Northwest. And she has many things, and she is, especially I must say, she's a comedian, and she also hire people and speak and pitch coaching and humor workshops she does. So that's a great thing and a new field to get person from that field also to get to know about. Thank you very much for joining with us, Ms. Ginny. And let me share your question today, right? Your question is, what is the significance of World Students' Day?
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. I was actually very impressed with myself. Thank you very much.
You should be. You should be. We are all impressed with you, especially with
It's
your.
our pleasure to introduce such a personality like you and Madam Savita Mishra, right?
This is what happens when you hire a comedian to do this kind of work. Okay.
But you disappointed me once when I gave you all the authority and liberty to joke. As a moderator, she didn't want to joke.
You know, I'm kind of getting over that. I feel, to be honest with you, sometimes people have expectations at these conferences that you're very, very serious about this whole thing. Whereas, you know me, I tell jokes for a living, so sometimes I can't trust myself. But I'd like to address this question, and it was very interesting to me. Thank you for giving me this, because I was really not familiar with World Students' Day. And so I was able to learn a little bit about it. And so here are my findings. So October 15th, which is the birthday of Dr. Abdul Kalam, is celebrated as World Students' Day in India to honor his hard work and dedication to educating the children and young people of India. So although it's not officially recognized by the United Nations, as some people believe, this date has become recognized across the globe since 2010 to honor Dr. Kalam's remarkable contribution to education and his dedication to improving the lives of students in India. So October 15th is World Students' Day. And sometimes people use World Students' Day when they mean International Students' Day. So this is the reason why I think this question was posed in the first place. So October 15, World Students' Day aims to acknowledge the efforts of Dr. Kalam towards education and students. Dr. Kalam was born in October 15, 1931 in Ramaswaram in Tamil Nadu. He studied science and physics during his youth. He was elected the 11th President of India in 2002, and following his tenure as President of India, he returned to civilian life and his true calling and avocation of teaching. His motivational words continue to inspire the youth of India. And I really love these, and I'm going to use them in my own work. But he taught, if you fail, never give up, because fail, F-A-I-L, means first attempt in learning. And he said, the end is not the end. In fact, E-N-D means effort never dies. And he also taught, if you get no as an answer, remember that N-O means next opportunity. I'm telling you, I'm stealing this stuff. It's going into my lessons from going forward. Dr. Kalam was a recipient of several prestigious awards, including Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. He died on July 27th, 2015 at the age of 83. I felt very inspired by his story as an educationist, and I teach many kinds of things to people. I have a humor workshop for young people. I have a humor workshop for business speakers who go out in the field and, you know, they have to present themselves in a friendly, cordial way to make sales. I teach a pitch workshop for entrepreneurs that are trying to raise money, seed money for their business ventures. So I encounter all kinds of people that are learning things. And these quotes from Dr. Kalam suit everybody. They suit me. You know, I can take this into my own life. So thank you very much for asking me about World Students Day.
Thank you very much. So I really amazed at the things that you know, the knowledge that you know about our Asian leaders. And he is not only Asian leader, he's a world, a treasure, a legend who lived, and you know, the simple life. And you appreciate it. Thank you very much, Jean. And I think you and me have the same taste. Still, he's my famous personality, I must say, from the history. So thank you very much for remembering him and for your wonderful aspects on this. And with this, I would like to remind our audience, please use the FB forum, that live stream, to type your questions if you have any for our esteemed panelists today, so that our Dr. Sprisha will come to know about your queries. And anyone who would like to ask any questions, you can type in the chat box here, so that our professor will come to know about it. With this beautiful talk and wonderful talk, let me hand over the forum, the podium, to Dr. Sprisha. Dr. Sprisha, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. And, you know, I mean, having always very brilliant and outstanding speakers, always the mission of Elegant Empire Education is fully completed. So what I would say is, first of all, I would address a special thank you to you, Coach Shyama Marikar, for hosting this forum in a very smoothly way, but very comfortable, and making the audience and also the speakers feel at home. So also, I mean, talking about the Students' International Day is a key topic to be tackled, I mean, not by us only, but by everyone in the world. All the educators, all the actors dealing with the educational system should tackle this key issue, because without the freedom, without the right of education to the young generation, we are not going to think of a developed country wherever it is, the country. So I would strongly emphasize that the slogan quality education for all is accomplished quite, I mean, fully, and also accomplished the vision and the mission of Elegant Empire Education. So because while the two speakers talked briefly, but also very, very clear to us how important this International Students' Day is, starting from the rights that they do have, the basic right for education, which is very, very mandatory for all the students in the world. And also, I highlight the one of the I mean, quotes that Dr. Savita just mentioned here. She said that it is challenging to be an international student. How important it is to be an international student, not only in India, but even in Albania or in the United States or in other countries as well, Oman, Asia, and in all the corners of the world. So because, I mean, first students come across not only language barriers, but also cultural barriers. But I mean, through sharing their culture and the language, they they can join the community. They can communicate in a peaceful way with one another. I also want to highlight what Miss Jeannie Repstead said by mentioning Dr. Abdul Kalam, because I mean we know him from his deeds, what he did in the prehistory of India. So, and she mentioned one very important thing, besides other things as well, that I mean he was loved by people. Why? Because he was humble to the behavior towards people, towards young generation, towards everyone that loved to live in freedom and in a peaceful way. So I would also like to thank the two panelists. Really, very by giving to us not only informative talks, but also very detailed insights on this big issue. So thank you, Ms. Jeannie Repstead, and also Dr. Savita Mishra for sharing your opinions about the students' life and how important students are in the, not only during the school days that they are at the university or in the schools, but especially when they grow up and they just come and lead the country in the future. A heartfelt thank you I would address to the brilliant audience, to the students, to the teachers, to professors, to all the educators that are participating right now live in this kind of forum. So they made the day, they made the time to be with us. And I mean, without, considering their heavy schedules that they do have in their life. The last but not the least, because I mean, she's the most important person in our forum, in the Empire Education, Elegant Empire Education Organization. The ambassador, the creator, and the visionary Professor Mala, who really challenges every one of us with not only the topics, but also with different kinds of questions, selecting the brilliant and outstanding speakers in all our forums and in our summits as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Spresha. Let me hand over the podium to Dr. Istaramala.
Thank you, Coach Yama. Just as usual, still we have a few more minutes. So I would just chat with my wonderful panelists. Okay, so we all can just share some ideas. You see, like international students say that we have students from different countries living in our country, and our students travel to other countries, you know, to continue their studies and all that. How do you think these students contribute to that countries where they travel to study? How, what they can contribute? What is their problems, you think? Anything? Can, please.
I'd like to jump in the conversation started on this. Well, as you know, I lecture at Purdue University, and I encounter international students from all over the world. I really appreciate their courage, because they came there to get a knowledge that maybe they couldn't get at home, or a degree that they couldn't get at home, but they're on their own, and they comfort each other through the International Students Club and various degrees. But what they bring to us is a little glimpse into their country's culture whenever they open up and share with us in class. Because sometimes we don't know. You know, I've had the benefit of living abroad. But many of my fellow Americans, due to financial reasons or whatever, they have never lived outside of the United States. And there is a difference between maybe watching a movie that was created in a country than actually encountering culture firsthand. I've lived in Japan, the Philippines, Latin America. So I've had an opportunity to do that. So what happens when an international student comes into my university and they share something, even if it's just food, a favorite recipe that they create, and then they talk about that and we get to enjoy that. I think that it's wonderful, and hopefully we share some good sides of America with them as well.
Amazing. Wonderful answer. Yes. How about you, Dr. Savita? You have anything to share? How can
Yeah,
international students contribute
yeah.
to the country?
Because that I just want to add with Miss Jenny. Yes, that these international students bring lot of things from their country. So like different cultures, and they interact with each other. They learn each other culture, language, and how to like live in the community, in the society. So their contribution is really very remarkable. And in which country they stay, they do something for their country, and their interaction with the local people that is like very such that it is a really wonderful, because these interaction bring remarkable changes in their personality, and they when they go back their country, they bring this this development in their personality. And I appreciate like this changes in their overall personality. So it is wonderful, we exchange the students from one country to each country, and that's why we celebrate that unity in diversity.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Yes.
right.
So since we have student exchange and we have students traveling abroad to study in a different country where everything is different than their own, you see, so this promotes unity in diversity. Exactly. Thank you so much. And we had a wonderful session today with our wonderful panelists. Okay, till this coming Saturday, we have another forum with another wonderful panelist. So please be with us. Thank you to everyone, all the audience, students, and parents around the globe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Spresha.
Joining